Okay, so in this workout tutorial, we're focusing on the upper body, in particular, the back of the upper body. Now, not only is this a great way of working your entire body in a workout, but it also helps with your postural health. So I really encourage you to do these exercises. First off, we're using the suspension trainer in our inverted row. Now, this is a really great way of working the upper body and the back in particular. Here we've got to get the ribs down. Again, you're going to see all the markers on the screen. I'm just going to add a little bit of extra coaching. You're going to squeeze the glutes. That's going to keep you in that nice straight position. Also, you're going to get the shoulders back and down. Now, all of these aspects that I've just covered here are covered in the Longevity Movement Masterclass. And then if you go through that, you're going to be able to work these exercises and get the very most from them. So the inverted row is a great way of using the suspension trainer in order to work the back and the entire posterior chain of the body. So if you want to make this harder, and I suggest you do as you progress and as you get stronger, then you can lengthen the straps on your suspension trainer. That is going to lower your body and that is going to make it harder because you're working more against gravity. This also makes the descent as you come back down harder to control. So you really want to work hard on decreasing the speed at which you lower. And again, if you keep those shoulders back and down, this is really going to work you in a very positive way. And it's a great way of using this piece of apparatus. Talking of apparatus, we have none now. We're using the body. And here we have a reverse Superman. So here you can see how I'm laying face down on the floor. I've got my palms down and then I twist them round. By doing that twisting action, and again, all the prompts are on the screen, it's going to help you work those shoulders in a really positive way. It's going to bring those shoulder blades close together. Your range might be different to mine. And then you're really going to work the upper back and indeed the entire back, including the glutes, because you're going to squeeze the glutes as you rise up here. And you're going to get real positive effects from this very simple exercise in terms of setup, but very rewarding exercise in terms of actually doing it. So as you see here on our coaching cues, you've got all the cues you need. All you need is your body, a floor to lie on, and then you're going to repeat this action that you see on the screen right here. Work with your range of motion that you have. So we can progress this, and the way to progress it is to do a face down overhead press. Now this is very challenging. All we're using is our body weight and gravity, and we're pointing those thumbs up to the ceiling. We're looking to maintain that upheld position throughout the exercise and squeeze those shoulder blades together without shrugging the shoulders. We want all the effort to be on the upper back, working hard here and keeping those thumbs in control the whole time, moving those arms across the floor as if they're gliding across the floor. And as we look from the back here, you can see how those shoulder blades come in and they pinch together in that nice little pocket that we have here, but stay nice and relaxed and work in the range of motion that you have. So this is a really great way of just using your body weight to work the back of the upper body and including the lower back and the glutes and even down into the hamstrings as well. So these exercises do not look that hard, but trust me, they really are testing and they work your body in a really great way without any equipment whatsoever. Okay, so now we're moving on. We're going to use a resistance band to perform a half kneeling face pull. Now your range of motion might be slightly different to me, but here essentially we're getting those thumbs up as you can see with a grip and we're pointing them behind us as if we're thumbing for a lift. But here what you want to do is get those shoulders back and down and squeeze those shoulder blades together. When we're in this kneeling position, we're going to drive that front foot in the floor. That's going to help you stabilize and notice how the body is not really moving at all. It is all coming from the arms, pulling back, and then we're squeezing those shoulder blades together without shrugging those shoulders. So work in the range of motion that you have. Don't overdo this. Less is more, but feel the motion and feel like you're in control the whole time, squeezing those shoulder blades naturally together. Okay, we can progress this, and the way to progress it is do the same exercise, but this time we are standing up. So from here, we've still got that stance where we've got that foot planted, but now we're having to stabilize the entire body, and the glutes and the core are going to have to work a lot harder to maintain this position whilst you get those thumbs back and squeeze those shoulder blades back. All right, so we're moving on. We've got our dumbbell bent over row, and I really love this version. This is where we keep the dumbbells really close to our side. So this is a narrow row position. We've got our hip hinge in place, and now we're rowing back. Now notice how far the elbows come back. They come past the midline of the body or the spine here, and that is where you are going to find your range of motion. You work in the range of motion that you have, but driving up and then lowering really slowly, as we always do with all of these exercises, with time under tension, is where you're going to get the most from these exercises. We're working in a range and control that we personally own. And that is key. As you progress, you're not only increasing the weight, but you can also change up the tempo in which you have control over. Okay, so if we really want to heighten things up, we can add a band to our dumbbells. Now, in this row position, this is really going to challenge you from the bottom to the top of the row. This really is a great way of using very simple equipment to get the most from your pull-in actions. I really love this version. Progress as and when you are ready. With all the versions that we've included right here, you are fully equipped to work your upper back and indeed your entire posterior chain. But as ever, find the level that works best for you. If you're not feeling great on one day, then regress it down to a simpler exercise, or just come back tomorrow ready to go. So there you go, exercises focused on the upper back that you can do anywhere. You only need a little bit of equipment. I hope you found them useful. Find the exercises that are best suited to you and then go take action. Talking of action, please click that subscribe button below and check out theworkingbody.com for all your health, fitness and nutritional information. And I'll see you again soon.